Listen closely because this story begins in a place where most stories end, in a forest that should not exist. They call it the Whisperwood, a place where trees lean a little too close, where the wind talks a little too much, and where shadow moves even when nothing touches them. And into this place walked a girl named Meera, not because she was brave. No, Meera simply had a terrible curiosity, the kind that get you in trouble. Or in this case, get you invited by yourself. Yes, invited. It happened at a dusk. Meera was returning home when a scrap of glowing paper drifted like a falling star. She picked up one. It was written only two words. For me. You see, normal people ignore glowing paper, but me, Meera tucked it to her paper. Noted. And this is so. And straight into her throat. The whisperer greeted her immediately. The path behind her vanished, as if through a slitted tunnel. Welcome, both directions. Don't you find? Most impossible fantasies with a glowing invitation. Maybe forest restored her. I was laughing. She walked deeper and deeper, guided by fireflies that flicker like tiny glitters. They swirled around her head, almost impatient, as if they had waited too long for her arrival. All right, I am coming, she grumbled. I did not realize my magical kidnapper were on a tight schedule. The fireflies bobbed in a what looked suspiciously like agreement. And then she reached a clearing of the echoes. A circle of ancient trees stood there, twisted and silver, like a moonlight carved in a wood. The air felt heavier, thicker, as if the clearing itself held its breath. At the center sat a black stone, and on that stone a shadow figure waited. Not monstrous, not skeletal, just firm, like a shadow that decided it did not need a object anymore. It turned to her. Meera, it said, with a voice that sounded like a wind through old bones. I knew you would come. Now this is a part where any sensible person would faint. Meera instead raised a hand and said, okay, wait. First of all, how do you know my name? Second, what are you? Third, should I be running? Just give me a quick ranking. The shadow paused, clearly not prepared for her questionnaires. I am a memory creeper, it said, guardian of forgotten things, of secret laws, of the name the world no longer remembers. Well, that sounds dramatic, Meera muttered. The shadow ignored her. Meera, I called you because the forest is dying. Its memory are fading. Something is stealing them, and soon even the Whisperwood will forget itself. Three, the trees around her groaned as if in the pain. Meera shrugged. Okay, that sounds bad, but why me? I'm just well me. You are curious, the memory keeper said, and curiosity is the sharpest blade. Without it, we cannot cut through the dark. Meera blinked. Wow, no one ever has said my terrible habit is superpower before. A strange warm glow spread through the clearing. The memory keeper lifted his hand or whatever shadow used instead of hands, and a small shimmering orb floated towards her. It pulsed like heartbeat. This is the lost memory, it said. Take it. See where it leads. The moment Mira touched off, the world ripped open around her. Darkness swallowed the clearing. Wind hollowed. The trees stretched into giants, and she landed face first into piles of glowing moss. Oh, she spat out a glowing leaf. Does the magical teleportation always do this? Or is the forest just pulling me? The moss flickered like it was laughing. She found herself standing before a gigantic tree, the oldest in the entire forest. Its bark was cracked like an ancient skin, and at its center was a gaping hole, like something had torn a memory out of it. Mira stepped closer. Inside the hole, eyes blinked. Not glowing, not monstrous, just toy. A creature, a small trembling shape like a rabbit but made of stardust, stared up at her. Oh my god, Mira whispered. You are adorable, and also slightly horrifying, but mostly adorable. The creature hopped out weakly and pressed against her foot. Images flashed in Mira's mind. The forest alive and bright, the memory keeper laughing like thunder, the whisperwood full of songs, and then dark hand reaching in, stealing the creature's light. Mira gasps, you are the stolen memory. The startled rabbit nudged her again, guiding her towards a spiral path. She lifted it gently into her arms. All right, lead the way, little sparkle monster. The rabbit squeaked in a protest, which only made Mira grin. Down the spiral path they went, past roots that curled like a sleeping snake, past flowers that whispered warning, past shadows that watched with hungry stillness. Finally, Mira reached a stone archway covered in ruins. Beyond it, pure darkness. The rabbit trembled in her hands. Mira inhaled. Well, I guess this is the part where normal people scream, nope, and run away. But curiosity ruined my life already, so let's keep going. She stepped through. The darkness curled around her like cold smoke. Her thoughts felt slippery because her thoughts felt slippery like they were being stolen one by one. The memory thief was here. The tall, thin image is body stitched together from other people's lost memory. Give it back, Mira said, hugging the rabbit close. The figure hissed, memories are power. Why should the forest keep them when I can use them? Mira did not have a weapons. She did not have a magic. What she had was curiosity, so she said loudly, you steal memory. But have you ever considered maybe you just have no personality? The creature froze. She continued, I mean, look at you. You are literally wearing other people's backstory. It's giving identity crisis. It's giving villain with no hobbies. The memory thief screeched, losing focus just enough for Rabbit to lift from her arm, bursting into flash of starlight. The stolen memories poured out, swirling around Mira like a storm of light, rushing back towards the Whisperwood. The darkness cracked, screamed, shattered, and Mira found herself back into the clearing of echo. The memory keeper standing before her. The forest glowed again, alive, awake. You did it, the keeper whispered. Mira wiped the dirt off her face. Of course I did. I had emotional support from glowing bunny. The memory keeper bowed. The whisper would remember your name, Mira, and it will remember for very, very long time. The forest hummed. Her name echoed softly through the trees. Mira, Mira, Mira. She turned towards the fading path home. Well, she sighed. That was fun. Terrifying, but fun. And as she walked away, the fireflies light her path, not guiding her this time, but thanking her. Thank you for listening my story.